guys, my name is Randy.
Hi, Randy.
And I very much appreciate everyone for hanging out with me for the next 5 minutes because I am in speech right now and have to give my motivational self-help, whatever you need to hear at the moment to hopefully help somebody who might need to hear it as well. Okay, so I have heard so many times that we are only given one life to live, so choose how you live it wisely. Up until my dad passed away, it was just a quote, but after I lost him, I read it in a darker context. First of all, I'd like to say I've always been a Christian. Now, do I go to church regularly? No, because I haven't found him that I like. Have I looked all that hard? Honestly, I haven't. Things always seem to come up, and life just keeps moving forward. However, I consider myself to be a pretty good person. I pray every night, multiple times a day. I help as often as possible. I'm friendly. I'm fairly easy to get along with. As a child, I was taught that God is always here for me, always keeping my best interests in mind and constantly giving me more and more opportunities for growth. In reality, most of us take this as a struggle, hurdles to reach our goals. I think that we've almost made it to where we are doing well in a positive direction, and then we get back knocked down and have to start from square one. A big struggle for me personally is not being able to control a situation, and with life comes death, a situation that cannot be controlled and is so uncertain. Knowing this, I still cannot fathom why God would choose to take my dad away from me now, after everything he had been through. See, my dad would have been the most amazing dad in the world. At least that's what I imagine from all the stories I've heard about him. I mean, I give him a little credit. He always wanted to take me everywhere and never wanted anything but the best for me. But no matter who I spoke to, I was all he talked about. I was his whole world. But to me, drugs and alcohol were always his number one. Finally, when I was around 16 years old, I got angry. I was tired of having nothing, of moving from place to place because my mom's 3 to 4 part-time jobs couldn't keep us afloat. I was angry that my mom did everything in her power to keep me fed and clothed and involved as much as possible, while my dad got to tell the world he was a dad, yet quit working so he wouldn't have to pay child support. In his drug-induced mind, he was keeping money away from my mom. It never once occurred to him to think, does my daughter have a home? Is she fed? Could she see a doctor if she were sick? Things a parent provides were not his concern. So I wrote him a letter, an angry letter, a letter explaining how I felt my life was nothing, and what was the point in watching my mom try so hard for me when he didn't try ever. I expressed in this letter that if I made it through life and ended up married and with a child, that regardless if he were alive, if he were using drugs and drinking, I would tell my child he was dead. Then I ended the letter saying I wanted nothing to do with him, that he had finally broken. While the years passed and I kept hearing from family members that he was doing better, I got engaged and called him to let him know. In that conversation, he sounded better. Later that week, we found out that we were expecting, so I sent him a framed ultrasound to let him know. That year, his life changed. He sobered up, he went to the workforce center and got a job. It was a total miracle in my eyes. He was finally accomplishing everything I had prayed for his grandchild. For 3 years, I got a glimpse of the incredible man everyone had told me about before we chose drugs and alcohol. My daughter turned 3 at the end of April last year, and we have been working on seeing Grandpa as a surprise for our trip to visit him the next month. Luckily, she ruined the surprise and said it over the phone, and I lost call. Because May 15th, 2016, I received the news that he had passed away. I talked to him 4 days before that, and everything was fine. See, death doesn't care what you're doing or when you're doing it. Death has no empathy for a man who completely changed his life around to be involved as a grandpa when he couldn't figure it out as a dad. What mattered was that he put his body through hell for so many years and had finally had enough. We were only given one life, one body, and at the age of 53, he had a massive heart attack that took him into his. I was angry at God for a long time. How could he take him from me? For my daughter now. Why now? He deserved that second chance. He fought so hard for it. Why couldn't he have taken him before I knew what I'd be missing? I felt betrayed. I had finally gotten what I always prayed for, but only for a short time. Now the only comfort I have in all of this is that energy doesn't die. Our body may, but our energy is released out into the world. I come across small reminders. I know come from him, letting me know he is still here with me. We must always be aware that our choices in life don't only affect us. I see now that yes, God gave me exactly what I've been praying for, and not just to take it away and cause me pain. I gotta chance to say goodbye to a good man, without having to live life full of hate towards a man that never cared. I will always question what it is that makes someone think that this life is only theirs, especially when they're not a child. How can you not see that your actions have major consequences? Maybe not now, but you can't escape death, so why would you risk it? From this experience, I've learned that every day is a blessing that cannot be taken for granted. We are not guaranteed 10 minutes from now, let alone tomorrow. We're given an unknown amount of time, so I ask you to make the most of it. Thank you for listening to me.